everyone. Thank you so much for joining me on another episode. And I'm super excited and honored to have my guest, Rachel, with me today. Rachel is a personal trainer based out in technically what is considered Bunnell, I'm pretty sure, because she's right on that border of Palm Coast and Bunnell. She's been a personal trainer. You've been working in this industry for a few years now, if I'm correct, right?
I have. I've been a personal trainer for just a little less than 15 years. I got my start as just teaching large group X classes like your
Mm-hmm.
Zumba, your TRX, your yoga, your step instruction. I was a step instructor. That was my start.
Awesome. And then you decided to go on your own and you've had your small business for I think it's been almost 2 years, if I'm
It
correct.
is. Yes, I'm coming up on 2 years. We opened almost 2 years ago at our brick and mortar location. Once upon a time, I used to be a traveling personal trainer. I would go to people's homes who really needed to be in their own private setting, not out in a public gym for various
Right.
reasons. So that
Yeah.
was my first business, but this is going great. Very happy here.
Yeah. You have a beautiful place. It's so nicely set up, even in the space that you have, it's so optimized.
Thank
Um,
you.
yeah. So I appreciate you coming on. I would love for you to talk about a little bit because you're not originally from the Palm Coast, Flagler County area. How did you come to Palm Coast, Flagler County?
All right. So while I'm from Toledo, Ohio, and I spent my summers in Florida. My grandfather lived on a sailboat. So I would come down in the summers and stay in different areas of Florida, usually they were farther south. And then several of my summers were spent in Flagler County because that's where my grandfather decided to settle. So spending a few summers here, it was just fantastic. It's nice, quiet. I really loved the beach. And it's just a different lifestyle than I was used to up north and being in a city. Um, and then eventually my family just started to relocate here after my grandfather settled here. My mother followed, my grandmother followed, my uncle followed. So I followed too.
And what have you really liked about living in Palm Coast?
What I really like about living in Palm Coast and living in Flagler County is I like all of the woodlands that we have. I am an outdoor person. I
Mhm.
like to walk the trails. I like to rollerblade. I like to ride my bike. I like to walk my dog. And we have those options right now. We've got a lot of woodlands. We have a lot of trails. We've got lots of beach access, lots of waterway access. So, people who like to kayak and do a little boating and water activities, we have that too. So I like that there are more outdoor activities.
Yeah, it's so true. I feel like it's such an underrated part because we have it, but I think people just think of the beach and sometimes they don't realize that we have all these beautiful trails right next to all of this.
Yep.
Yeah. And so you had mentioned that you had recently opened your own business, your own brick and mortar business, kind of right on the skirts of Palm Coast, bordering Bunnell. How has that experience been for the past 2 years of opening your small business here?
It has been very good. Of course, when you open a business, you're the new kid in town. So you get a large influx of people who are excited for you, who have known you for a while, and then you get your influx of newcomers because you're a new business. They want to come and check it out too. So it boomed, and then we settled into a consistent client base as far as numbers are concerned.
Hmm.
Something steady. There aren't so many waves. So that is nice. That part is comfortable. And my systems and my business run very smoothly and pretty well. So my personal experience has been fantastic. The location of my business, I really feel like I got lucky where I am because I am right on that line between Bunnell and Palm Coast. Um, it's pretty easy to find me.
Yeah, yeah, you're right down the street from me. And even then, when you pass by, it's a huge few
Do wave
complexes.
when you pass by.
Yeah. Oh, that's so fun. What advice would you give to anyone who wanted to open their own small business in this area?
Oh, check out all of your options. Okay. And then make sure you go for what you really want. Um, within your means. Sometimes we shoot for the moon, right? But we still land among the stars. So take a moment to don't be hasty, know what you're looking for, shop around for what you want, what you're looking for your space. And then just consider making yourself an active part of the community, because in your community engagement, that's like your ticket, that's your key to other people.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And I'm coming from somewhere, I'm also from up north, as you know. Also from like, I would say what we consider like a moderately big city. It's not like as big as like Orlando, probably, but it's not like as kind of small as what this Flagler County is. So I'm really not used to the whole community aspect of a community being actually very close. And I did love that aspect when we first moved down. Um, what advice would you give for someone who's moving from somewhere where they haven't really had that opportunity before, but now they do want to get involved in a community, they do want to be active? Is there anything that you've done that you've liked or anywhere that you would go?
Oh, well, yes. Well, we have a lot of little festivals. We get the festivals in Town Center. We have our parades down in Flagler Beach. We've got our First Fridays. We've got our Food Truck Tuesdays. And I personally become involved by going to my city hall meetings.
Mm,
I'm very active in my community, like our community chat. Like we have a neighborhood watch chat. So that's something that I keep up to date with. And just being present at events. And that part can be hard because of my schedule. But when I can sneak in at one, sometimes I'm late, they start at 6. I don't get off till 6:30. I'm like, I'll just be there when I get off. So again, just I personally enjoy to go to the city hall meetings because I feel like I'm informed. And I feel like showing up speaks volumes. Your
yeah.
actions speak louder than your words. So showing up there matters, keeping yourself informed, and attending the events in your community, saying that you're a part of it.
Yeah, I think those are great. And you're right. I don't know why I always forget, but Town Center has always so much going on. And I think the fact that we do have the consistent Food Truck Tuesdays, we have the consistent First Fridays, and now that the holiday season is coming in, there's just going to be a full swing of like, I remember last year there was like movies in the park and like different arts and craft stuff. So,
Yeah. We get boat parades, we get the
right.
different things going on in Town Center, and that's still going around with the Food Truck Tuesdays. We still have our First Fridays, and we'll have all the holiday parades coming down through Flagler as well.
Yeah, and I remember I imagine they still plan to do it, but they had the holiday lights as well last year,
Yeah.
with the Rotary Club, and those were beautiful.
Yep, they do those every year. They're
Yeah,
always
they
nice.
oh, that's so cool. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Rachel, for taking a few minutes of your time and kind of sharing with me. Is there anything kind of you wanted to throw out there, or maybe something I forgot to mention?
No, I mean, I guess I would just also, I will boost my own business and say, as a small business owner, you can support me by coming in and tapping into your fitness potential, making small changes and having healthier habits, making yourself a happier person, giving us all a happier community to live in.
Awesome. And what's the best way that someone can contact you?
Oh, you can reach me on all social media. You can reach me on Facebook and Instagram social media platforms. You can also find me on Google. You can text me, email me, direct message me, or call me.
Perfect. And I'll have a bunch of the links to her social medias in like the description
Yeah.
below, so people can click a little bit easier, but definitely recommend Rachel's a really great fitness instructor, and you will definitely have a lot of fun there, which I know can be the number one objection when it comes to fitness is it's not going to be fun, but
You'll
Rachel's
have fun
got
when you come here.
yeah, for sure. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the time today. I really
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
Of course. Awesome. And I'll see you all next time.
Bye.